I just wanted to give you a quick background, like swish through my journey and how I got to where I am. So my name is Anna Parsec-Wallis, and I am from Russia originally, but I've been in the UK for 6 years, so I became a British citizen, and I'm 33 years old, and my journey to get to doing PhD in planetary science is actually started from doing a degree in economics and marketing as my first bachelor, then art history as my second one. And then like after years in commercial industry, I realized that actually space and like this industry is what I'm particularly interested. So space science and engineering was my master's, which I completed last year. And now I'm doing PhD in planetary science at MSSL. So considering like that it was all diverse and like very unorthodox of what I've done before. So I'll just explain why it happened that way. So like at school, I actually wanted to do physics or chemistry, but when so I think I actually was telling to some of the girls the story when I was thinking, oh yeah, chemistry is the thing. And then some parent of like someone else said, oh, what are you going to do? And at that moment, I kind of felt that it was the right way, but I couldn't justify. I didn't have any idea of what I would be doing with degree in physics or chemistry. So they say, my daughter is doing economics. And I thought, well, okay, well, that's probably the answer. So, so the economics was something that was justified externally. And that's how I ended up doing this for 5 years. So it was like 5 years of education, so bachelor and diploma. So after that, so it was not what I was passionate about. And I thought, well, what am I passionate about? And I thought art. So I did art history to kind of try and navigate like what I'm doing in life and what to make sure that I'm doing what I love. So I've done that. And then I thought, well, I've done bachelor, so let me do masters in art management and something like that. So again, so the next 5 years I spent like working, but alongside I was developing my route as art critic, a historian, or like just working in museums. So by then I already moved to the UK. So as much as so I was doing that, really enjoying, and I still very much involved with arts. But I thought that it's not perhaps something that I can do day to day, because it's only that much you can maybe research, or I was not as passionate like to do it daily and full time and connect all my life aspects with arts. And slowly but surely I realized, hold on a second, I'm very interested in space. I love stargazing and all of that. And it was actually funny. So one day I was watching the film The First Man with Ryan Gosling, and like there are some first shots, and he like close up, he's in the cockpit and it's all shaking, and I approached the screen and I thought, oh, that's what I want to experience, all this vibration and challenge and doing something significant and prominent and memorable. And I thought, well, I'm just going to become an astronaut. So I was 29 when I thought I'm going to become an astronaut. So, so sometimes people are saying, oh, I've been always dreaming. It's my childhood dream. So actually, it is not my case. So I thought about that very late in my life. And I thought, well, what do I do? And I was researching some ways and like what are the steps to become an astronaut. And I thought, well, like nothing is out there with clear steps of what to do. Where do I go? And I thought, well, I'm gonna fill this niche with Astroschool. So the website here, so astroschool.co.uk, is something that I've created with some guidance and help on what you could do as a future astronaut. I identified some steps that I thought could bring me closer to becoming an astronaut. And I thought, okay, well, I'll start with flying lessons, as you would. So I started like flying light aircraft, and I've done now 45 hours. And I started thinking about everything else. And for example, STEM degree was one of the steps. And I thought, well, okay, where could I go with my background? It's so diverse, and where can I fit myself? So in the end, I identified a couple of degrees that I thought I could just about justify my background, my project management experience, because back then I was working in the city as a project manager. And I luckily got into UCL for this master's space science and engineering. It was fairly like well-rounded, and it allowed me to, like, it's not astrophysics, and so it's not necessarily engineering like aerospace engineering. So it was a little bit of everything where I could just about apply myself. Yeah, so but all these steps in the flying, STEM degree, physical analog missions, driving and diving, something I've started working on somewhere, like with, for example, with STEM degree, I've done masters and I'm in process of doing PhD. Like with flying, I've done 45 lessons, so I can't fly the plane. I haven't done the license just yet, but it's like not far far ahead. So that's kind of what I'm working on, and I realized that going into space stop being like a distant goal that's the only parameter of success. Like right now, doing all these amazing diverse things enriched my life so much and gave me purpose. And I love the idea of shooting for the stars, landing on the moon. So right now I feel like I've landed on the moon, like sitting here at MSL doing this research and looking into space like daily, pretty much, like gives me a lot of satisfaction. So now with my research, I am focusing on solar system, and my specialty is icy moons of Saturn. So Saturn world is where my mind is. And currently I'm working with the data from Cassini-Huygens space mission. So Cassini-Huygens was orbiting all around Saturn system, quite a few flybys over Titan, Enceladus, Saturn itself. So I am analyzing that data and trying to identify the composition that is present in the atmospheres of icy moons, Titan, and Enceladus, how it is linked to prebiotic chemistry, and then linked to habitability. So, for example, if I find chlorine in the atmosphere of Enceladus, it means that there is salt in subsurface ocean of Enceladus, which means that there may be some biosignatures for life being present in the past, in the present, on Enceladus. And the big ambition of my PhD is to actually build an instrument that would be able to analyze negative ions in the atmospheres of Enceladus and Titan, and then build that instrument for future mission. So, for example, just a couple of weeks ago, European Space Agency announced that the next space science mission will be to Enceladus with some flybys to Titan, which means that I am in the perfect timing, like I am in the right place of my career where I can build this instrument, and then in the early 40s, it can be on a spaceship. So that's the big ambition, and that's like how I got here.